Okay, now looking at 7 and 8 on here, this looks really similar to like what we did yesterday, where we have a table and we want to graph an exponential function. So option 1 is what we did yesterday. You can take your table, so let's do 7 with option 1. We can go into stat, edit, and we can type it in, 0, 1, 2, 3, and sorry, I had an old table on there. So there's our x values or y values, 15, 45, 135, and 405. Now that I have those typed in, you go back to stat, go over to calc, go to number 0, exponential regression, and it says y equals, and this is just an a times b to the x, and so y equals 15 times 3 to the x. But I'm going to show you we could get that information just from our table. So a, remember, is the initial value. The initial value should always be at the y-intercept where x equals 0. Our initial value here is 15. That's where a comes from. 3 to the x, well, from 15 to 45, that's times 3. From 45 to 135, that is also times 3. And from 135 to 405, that is also times 3. So each one is multiplying 3 times larger than the last one. So 3 is our growth factor. So number 8, you can try it either way, get an answer, and then push play when you've gotten your answer. So push pause now. Okay, so I'm going to solve this using the method we learned today. So our initial value is 4. So y equals a times b to the x. We're going to start out with that a being 4. Now I just have to find out how much it's multiplying by each time. Well, 4 times 5 is 20. 20 times 5 is 100. 100 times 5 is 500. So it's obviously being multiplied by 5 and raise that to any exponent. If you check it using the exponential regression, you're going to get the same answer. All right, let's go on to the back. So number 9 says, an old house has about 2,300 termites. If untreated, the termites will grow at a rate of 3.5% per day. Write a function to determine the number of termites each day. Well, change your rate from a percent into a decimal. Ready? 1, 2. And this is a growth, which means we're using our growth equation, which is y equals a times 1 plus the rate raised to the x. So our initial value, there were 2,300 termites. It's a growth, 1 plus 0.035, raise that to the x. We can simplify this by combining those terms in the middle. So y equals 2,300 times 1.035 raised to the x. All right, number 10, starting salary of your new job is $42,500 per year. That is your A. It says starting. Your salary increase approximately 4.5% each year. Change that into a rate, 1, 2. So there's our decimal, 0.045. Determine your salary, write a function that could determine your salary each year. Y equals A times 1 plus, because it says increase, that's a growth, the rate times x. Now let's plug in our values. 42,500 times 1 plus 0.045 to the x. We can simplify that by combining our middle terms. When I add 1 plus 0.045, that's 1.045. Alright, I'm going to stop the video here, and then we're going to do the last few as back and forth. Alright?